What up, Eagles fam? Your boy JT back with another video. Welcome back to Doko. Here we go, 3 days after. Man, I gotta tell y'all, this has been a strange start to the season for me. I don't know if ever before, I had this, I don't want to say bad vibe, but just kind of a meh kind of vibe about being 2-0. This football team, definitely has, the talent, to do big things. But man, I can't sit here and act like, what's going on with the offense, doesn't have me a little bit concerned. Jalen Hurts, second game in a row, a little bit erratic, made one bad decision, where the ball got picked off. Brian Johnson, still basically to me just a big question mark. But I understood, going in that, things would take time, but I thought the offense would be a little bit better. Well, actually a lot better than what it's been. That's what I was really hanging my hat on, that the offense would carry us. I expected the defense to struggle, and I'll get to the defense in a bit, but this is concerning, man. The way teams do these first two games, I know Jalen has the ability, he'll never be just a pure pocket passer, and that's not what we want him to be. But I believe he has the arm and mental makeup to be able to stand back there, and make throws from the pocket. But, I don't know if he just doesn't trust the offensive line, He's actually playing like he did in 2021. And like I said, I do not expect any kind of regression like that. Maybe, the offensive line, which played better the other night than it did the first game. But Jalen is like, if the first read is not there, a little pressure comes, he wants to get out of the pocket. And you remember, Jalen Hurts is fast, but he's not like a Lamar Jackson type fast where, he can get out to the edge and just beat the oncoming linebackers and safeties, but teams have caught on to that, running up the middle. They're going to take that away. And, Dallas Goedert, well, he did get some catches, but I think he got like 6 catches and only came up for like maybe 22 yards. And, I'm just saying this because we got way too many offensive playmakers for our passing game to be struggling like this. And, I do like the fact that they ran the football. The only thing that burned me up was, I think it was the fourth quarter when we went on that long drive, and we were just running the ball down their throat. And then that's when the A.J. Brown touchdown got negated by what I call a bullshit holding penalty on, I think it was Landon Dickerson. And then they just threw and just knocked us out of field goal range. So like I said, Brian Johnson, I'm not, I'm not saying fire him or get rid of him, right off the bat. That's like way over thinking it or being, just not rational to think that you just fire the guy. But it looks like we're waiting for the defense to really click as a whole. Well, maybe a situation where we're waiting for the offense to, find their groove and get back in full effect. Hopefully, these next, this coming week, they figure out a way to get this thing rolling again. Today is a pressure-free day for us. We get to just sit back and watch the rest of the league since we had our game already. We got the Cowboys, the Giants, and the Washington all play today. The Cowboys are probably going to mop the floor with the Jets. I think Washington plays Denver, I think. And, who knows, how that goes. And the Giants, well, they'll have a chance to, get up off the ground, if they could pick up all the pieces. If the Cowboys left any pieces from the pickup, can probably get a win today. But, all right, but enough on the offense, the defense. I'm going to give a shout out to Josh Jobe and Mario Goodrich. Now, listen, I know they got roasted. They got cooked the other night. Josh Jobe now, We knew that rookie, Jordan Addison, that the Vikings have. I mean, we were saying that kid is really good. And Josh Jobe initially was step for step with him. You know, he was actually stride for stride with him. But I don't know if he got turned around or if he thought a safety was going to be behind there. But, you know, like I said, I'm not going to criticize these young guys. You know, Mario Goodrich, he did look lost. But these are undrafted guys that had never played an NFL game before, meaningful NFL snaps. But, you know, this would be something they can learn from. You know, I'm not going to kill the young guys. You know, keep your head up. You know, just keep getting better. You know, things that happen. But let's talk about our pass defense, man. Our pass defense, I mean, just got to call it for what it is. I mean, it's Swiss cheese. I'm not surprised that Justin Jefferson came out and did what he did. You know, you knew he wanted to eat against Darius Slay because of what Slay did last year. But, man, he is an amazing wide receiver. Yeah, we all know he should have been an Eagle, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. But, man, our pass, we have serious issues on the back seven when it comes to covering. You know, the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson, you know, he hurt us. Already mentioned the rookie, you know, Addison. That kid Osborne, I mean, he really did the Vikings in because he dropped a few wide open, you know, catches that could have went for big gains. And Kirk Cousins, you know, say what you want about him. This dude could put up numbers, and he did. I mean, he was getting his ass whooped. I mean, he was getting hit. I mean, that now, granted, they were playing with backup offensive linemen, but boy, the Eagles were laying the hits on him. But he stood in that pocket strong, and he made some throws. He didn't turn. He did have the Josh Sweat did cause the strip sack. You know, shout out the Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat. I think that's what I said. You know. But Kirk Cousins, he played his ass off, and it's, you know, it's just when you think about, they turned the ball over 4 times, and yet they still had a chance to win the game, and it was because we just couldn't get off the field. Our defense, back seven, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, and even Fletcher Cox. Fletcher Cox looked like he's turning back the hand of time. You know, he's been balling. I think having these 2 young guys out there has kind of like rejuvenated him. He's looked really good. Milton Williams also, you know, another big game. Now, you know, talking about coming off the edge, Hassan Reddick, I think the thumb issue, I think still is a really big issue. Maybe that's going to take some time to, you know, fully heal. But, you know, Sweat's off to a pretty good start, but we haven't really got nothing, you know, out of our defensive ends, really. Brandon Graham, you know, he's given us all he has. You know, that's to be expected. Where is Nolan Smith? I mean, when we drafted him, I heard, you know, oh, this was the steal of the draft, and I know it's just a couple of games, but, you know, like I said, I listened heavily to the Inside the Birds podcast, Adam Kaplan and Jeff Mosher, and they did speak on, you know, talk about it. Or wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, that was the podcast. Because, you know, I like to give credit to, you know, where I hear stuff. This isn't nothing that I came up with. But they were saying that that the people they talked to in the Eagles, that their answer when asked about Nolan Smith was that his time will come. So which means that he's still learning and he's not ready to be their full-time player yet. But they are deep at that position. I mean, Derek Barnett has made a little bit of noise, you know. He hasn't made any penalties. I mean, you got to be happy about that. But, you know, we have severe matchup problems, you know, when it comes to our secondary. And some of these quarterbacks are going to be facing. And the thing is I don't know where you're going to find. Oh, and Avonte Maddox, you know, supposedly out for the season. I mean, just call him Mr. Glass. I mean, this doesn't surprise me that it happened. And, you know, I wish him well. I hope he gets better. But it doesn't surprise me that he's hurt again. And the dilemma with that is, where are you going to find a replacement, you know, because there isn't a guy out on the street that's just going to come in and make a difference. So what you would have to do is you have to trade for someone. Now, I don't know who that can be. Only 2 games in, you know, I don't know that teams are, you know, eager to part with players, you know, worth anything. So I guess that's something to keep an eye on. Another weird situation, Rashaan Evans, the guy we signed from that played for the Falcons last year, you know, reportedly asked out of the contract that he signed with the practice squad. Now he was here in Philly. He met with the media, and the next day he's gone. I mean, that's a weird situation. And we have problems with depth. So like I said, I guess you just got to watch out, how we might be working the phones, maybe trying to swing a trade for someone. But my hope is that the defensive line and defensive ends, which I believe they will begin to come around eventually. Because like I said, I expected this, for the defense to take some time to get its footing, while the offense did the heavy lifting. So, it's like a double whammy. We got to hope that Brian Johnson, Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, they get this thing on track. And, of course, we give them the benefit of the doubt that they're going to get things turned around. But, anyway, like I said, okay, I don't want to rant too much longer. I didn't do a video after the game. I hope you guys, if you're in the Philly area or wherever, you've been enjoying this beautiful weather. I love this. This is like fall. The fall weather I love. It's been really nice the last couple of days. I've been really enjoying it. Going to get out of here in a bit. Going to enjoy this day. You guys enjoy football today. Relax, kick back. We're 2-0, but got to get those issues worked out. All right. EAGLES, Eagles for life. Peace, family.